are going up and up, bring bass to the car, because it's car so to be drop and rock, we pull bump and a drop and down in pink, purple and black and brown, because they feel like them top. All hell break loose, let's not lose that. All the break loose, let's not lose that. We want to be let's not lose that. Serious business, let's not lose that. Let's go the world best. I don't want to burn up. I don't want to burn up. I don't want to burn up. Live on the grass, so I don't want to burn up. I don't want to burn up. I don't want to burn up.
It's SVG.
WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
We are back. We're back. It's Talk to Us. Who is us? Roleza and Dianna right here, the angels of the morning. Okay, let me behave myself. But we are the angels of the morning. All right. We have 301 million people that said that. Okay. Don't ask where the information came from, but that's okay. Roleza, I have a question for you before we even get into this segment. If a guy tells you he love you like how toilet love a flush, Roleza, would you fall madly in love with him?
I don't see how a pickup line, something that is supposed to be positive, you're going to tell me that you love me like toilet love flush? No.
You see, the gentleman is just trying to point out how much he loves you because, listen,
but
he's trying to show you that you go together.
We flush waste, right? You equate.
We're not focusing on that part. We're just focusing on what the toilet needs.
You can't be looking at it's something that's supposed to be positive and you putting in doo-doo and other things in that mix. No.
It could be number one.
I don't care. It's waste. It's still waste. It's things that you're trying to get rid of.
What about if he says, I love you like a drugstore loves disease? What is it? Okay, no. Okay, how about I love you like a priest love collection? No, this priest, God, good. So collection, money, good.
That's something positive.
You see, ladies, y'all, did you listen to the nostalgia? Did you ever get any of those? Any fella ever said any of those lines to you? How about you, fellas? You ever, throw out any of them lines to the ladies? As long as a fish has a tail, my love for you will never fail.
I will tell you the funniest thing a guy ever said to me. I mean, I just thought it was so original in a sense where I was walking in the street, right? And he was there by the side of the road. And he's like, good afternoon, Mrs. King. I can't remember what surname he said, good afternoon, Mrs. King. So I was like, Mrs. King? I said, I'm not a king. He's like, you're going to be my future wife. Oh. I was like, wait.
Okay.
Is the way in which he said it? He said it's so cool, So it made me laugh. And I had to really laugh at it because, normally I would have probably just sucked my teeth and walk off. But the way he said it was just so cool. I really had to chuckle at it when he said it. So, yeah. All right, so we have somebody calling. Good morning.
Good morning. How you guys doing? You always seem to wake up on a happy note, a good note, so to speak.
Yeah, man.
Yes, while I'm here.
All for y'all as listeners.
Yes.
It's all for you.
While I'm here trying to recover, I had a horrible night last night. So at least I just get to call in and say that. So I was even thinking I could give you guys a shout, but that's how life is. Terrible night last night. But thank God I survived. Really. Yeah, so I want to put whatever I experienced last night on you guys. Except to say, just keep positive thoughts in your mind because that will help you to be on top of things more or less. Just like I'm trying to be positive here right now.
Okay.
So, and what you all are saying there, I can't get into that much as I'd like to, but because of my feelings and so on. But I'll have to start. Well, I know I was going to end. I have to start calling Roleza my cutie, and she will know why I say that.
Let me put my business out though. Everybody, they've met me finally on Friday.
Hold on, let me get some background music now. Let me get some
So the violence going.
Yeah,
on
get the right
Friday.
music.
Yes,
On the
we,
day of love.
we had so Dave was by the funeral of his brother, but I saw Kashako. Kashako was there. So I was like, what Dave? So that he said he probably approached.
What a time! What a time!
Yes.
Yeah, but that better than never. Right?
Yeah. So we fought. So he was formally introduced to me. Although I knew Dave from ever since, right? But yes.
Yeah, and I realized
I didn't like that you know me and you never give me the impression you know me. Well, Dianna, it's up to you next time. Right?
Dave, I've actually seen you before. I've seen you a lot around town before. I saw the picture of you and I'm like, yeah, I've seen this guy. Roleza did tell me before I saw that picture of you that you were a tall person, and when I saw the picture of you, I'm like, yep, that's the guy. Yep.
Just tall. She didn't say handsome.
Nothing else was needed at the time. Nothing else. We were probably speaking about height.
Okay, I can appreciate that. Yes, man. So that was a nice occasion on my brother's funeral, and all I can do is spread love, share love, and say how much I love you guys. All right, have a good day.
We're hoping that
I'm really under the weather still.
All right, we hope that your day improves at least for you. Okay, Dave?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay, bye-bye.
Oh, let me catch up with Dave today. I'm gonna ask Dave if he ever give any ladies any of them sweet talk. There is
we know the answer is yes for Dave.
And I wanted him to tell us some of his original lines. Is there an angel missing in heaven?
Because you just fell from the sky.
Oh, yeah. If I were a raindrop and what am I saying? If you were a flower and I were a dew, I'd fall every night just to be with you.
You memorize these things? Listen, nobody can come to me with these party lines.
Nobody gave me those lines, and I don't know how I get them as children. We probably been talking about them.
All right, we have a caller. Hi, caller. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. How you doing?
We good.
How both of you doing?
We good. How about you?
Well, I'm good. Keep up the good work for now. You had a program there, I think, on Friday. We couldn't really respond because remember, calling from 42 miles away down here, sometimes it trips, so it's difficult to really get you. You just have to keep trying. But last Friday, you had something on medical marijuana there. They left out a couple of things. One is the expunging of the criminal records. I think we need to see something done about that. You know what that means? Those who are convicted for marijuana crimes, or what they claim as dealing with marijuana, we want to see those records expunged. You know about that?
Well, I don't know what would be the basis for expunging records. I get where you're coming from, but I can't speak too much on this. I don't know.
Right. Okay. Now the first company that was brought in here that was successful is a company called Canna SVG, which is Cannabis SVG, which is operating out of Georgetown and which is exporting weed out of St. Vincent to Europe. Okay. I have not seen none of these companies pay anything to a social, what's this thing with social responsibility or something like that?
Social corporate responsibility.
Correct. All right. I ain't seeing these people name donating nothing. I ain't see these people giving nothing. These people are making millions of dollars under our noses, So all of that I would like to see Mr. Thompson deal with. Well, come to the public and let us know exactly what is what.
Okay, well, well, to be fair with that point, there are many organizations who do outreach programs or have initiatives that don't make it to the media, and this is by choice. So it could be possible that it is happening and we don't know, or it could be that is not happening at all. So I just want to find the middle ground there in that we're not sure, right?
Okay. Well, there is a lot of things going on around you. So jumping from that subject now, well, I think they need to have another program with medical marijuana because you have not covered anything. And if I was able to ask questions, I don't know if they would have get the questions them answered, because we have a lot of questions, especially when this program decides to turn its neck and come back around again. All right, you touched this morning on aviation. We're moving out to this morning on if you're fear of flying. Since January 2024, there has been a lot of light aircraft accidents around the world, especially in the United States of America, because they have more light aircraft than anyone else. So the accidents were starting to get on the rise since 2024. Now, what I'm seeing and what everybody is seeing today, we have not seen anything like that before. Yesterday's crash, which you saw in Toronto, you saw that, correct?
Yes, we did. Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, a lot of persons got out. I haven't got an update on it yet, but that's a Canadian-built aircraft. And it flipped over on its back. I don't know how we did it. However, everybody managed to get out. I would not like to see any more incidents or accidents. However, it does seem like this is a trend now, because I think there's more than 4 to 5 accidents in the last 15 to 16 days in the United States of America. North America, actually. And I think that's very, very bad. It's almost every week now. Almost every week. But I do not think that should deter you from flying anyway. It shouldn't really deter you. All you need to do really is to prepare yourself mentally. When you sit down in your seat, count the amount of seats forward from you to the emergency exit. Make sure you memorize that and count the seat. If the aircraft is carrying 2 aisles, the same emergency exit on one side is going to be located on the other side. And then you count the seats back of you. How many seats? If it's rows, the rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. So if there's anything happen, you can't run forward. You could run backward, because you remember there's 6 rows in the back. So that's the only kind of comfort I can offer where that is concerned. And then pray hard to God that you get to reach your destination. You pray hard to God at this destination. There is incidents going on around the world that it's shocking. There was a Juju Air that lost both engines and he had to land right away. But the thing of it is, they had a wall at the end of the runway. Well, we know that there's no wall supposed to be at the end of the runway. And international runways, including like Barbados, if an aircraft will go off the runway, those length of lights that you see there, they're collapsible. So once the aircraft start to run through them, they will all start to collapse. They won't damage the aircraft as per se, but there's something there at the end there that can slow it down. That's why, again, if you're looking at Barbados is 12,000 feet of runway. And remember, the Concorde was flying to Barbados since 1976. Concorde is an airplane that needs 250 miles per hour before it could take off. So that's a lot of speed. And it comes down with speed as well too, and with the sonic boom and everything. But that's a different era that's gone there.
Okay.
So my thing for everybody is, don't fear what's going on. Now,
all right.
There's a lot of stories. There's a lot of stories going around with Argyle Airport and the patching and the this and that, because I heard Boom, what's his name, on Boom FM yesterday, big preaching, right? Yes,
you're gonna have to wrap it up, okay?
Yeah. Well, probably the resources are overstretched, but the people trying to keep up as much as they can. Definitely.
Okay.
So you girls doing a good job. Take care. Have a good day, and adios.
All right. Adios to you as well.
Great.
All right.
Great.
All right. I know that somebody was trying to call. They've been trying to call since earlier. So person who was trying to call, you can try calling now, please, before we head on out of this segment, right? All right. So let me see. Somebody says, is this readable on air? Let me see. I did get one as a party from you. Oh, so somebody told somebody else. This is a woman now. You look like husband material and the father of my future children.
Hey.
He said that was a big red flag to avoid. Hi, caller. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Angel.
Good morning.
And how are you both after Valentine's? I see that Roleza had her Valentine date.
Yes, I met Dave. Dave mean
that
my
was so nice.
Valentine.
You just named Dave as your Valentine date. Oh, tomorrow
Oh
for
my
it.
God. Oh man, it's so nice.
I met Dave on Valentine's Day. All right.
Ah.
And then how about Dianna? How was your
My
Valentine?
Valentine was just a normal day.
Was a
I
normal
went
day.
home and just, that was it. Yeah.
Okay.
Your son didn't give you a
Nothing
card, the
special.
sweetie,
No, surprisingly, no. They usually would make cards, and they've been studying me, man. They had fun day in school, so they
Oh
left
man.
us out this year. Apparently, I
Oh
must write to the
yeah,
school.
yeah, that would have been nice for them to make some call for you. Oh yeah. Well, we had a good Valentine. We went out to a new restaurant. We had us to wait 40 minutes,
Oh,
but it was it was nice. Where we normally go, they were booked out. The earliest dinner they had was 3 o'clock. That is too early for dinner. So so we had a good time. Both my sons, they did their thing. Valentine took their wives out and everything and all that. So that was good.
nice.
Okay, what I'm calling about, we thought this morning about the nice radio and not covering. I think they do cover now. I think because then I've switched through Parliament and I've heard them carrying the opposition, well, the government side. But about 10 years ago, I called in and I questioned that because they wasn't doing that back then. And I questioned, why are you not covering the government side? They say they don't know. They have to ask Dougie about that. And after I hang up, a lady called in. Well, I think it's a lady called. I said, oh, we don't want to listen to them because they're always lying. And I said, lying? I said, but how could you make a conversation, have a good conversation when you're only hearing one side of the story? A cousin Vincent told me the same thing too. The government is always lying. But I said, but if you listen to nice radio and you're only hearing one side, how can you have an argument? You cannot have an argument because you listen to one side, and that is it. WEFM and Star, and yet they carry both sides. So how could I personally? I could not support a party like that, just carrying one side. You got to carry both sides so you can have a good conversation and say, well, this one said that, and you can have a backwards and forward discussion. But one side, no. Well, I could say trouble. And I don't know if you heard the word trouble in the Congo. Trouble in the Congo coming up this election. I think Roleza guy Mr. Backwall is out this term. He's gone. I believe he's going this term, Nature. I believe he's going this term, to be honest with you. I think they have a good candidate and they're going to be supported by a lot of people. So Nature, I don't understand personally with Nature. I don't understand. He's been there for all that time, but he does not feature too much on nice radio. They don't take him anywhere. He doesn't have a regular spot. And guys who come after him get a regular spot on the radio. Where is Nature for being there for almost 15 years? But again, that's my take. But the people will make the decision.
Yeah.
And whoever make the decision and the term, and they get in power, more power to them. Let the people make the decision.
Okay.
All right, ladies.
All right.
Have
Thank
a beautiful day.
You as
All
well.
right.
Thanks. Bye. All right. So yes. I don't have any comments.
Okay, yeah, I don't have any on that one either, but yeah. So you know what? Let me just say one thing. As Jeff said, you have to listen to both sides, okay? So for those of you strong ULP supporters, strong NDP supporters, you have to listen to both sides. If you observe your leaders, at least ULP, I'm sorry, I cannot say for NDP at this point. I'm trying to go through my memory, but when it comes to me, I'll let you know. But if you observe for the ULP, they do listen to the NDP, and for certain programs, when they're coming and they have to say, oh, this is from the NDP, they might have a clip in or what have you, because they're listening to the other side. You have to listen to the other side. I mean, that's supposed to be anyways, a tactical kind of something. You gotta listen to both sides anyways. In order to have an effective conversation, you have to know what both sides are saying. So that's it.
Even to refute whatever is being said, to say if something isn't factual. Yeah, it's always good to, and that's why I'm an encouraging person. But Dave always says it's critical thinkers, right? But we need to have persons who can think independently Yes, one time I propose something, another time, and this is just in general conversations. This is not even have anything to do with politics, but it's general conversations. You always need to try to be very open-minded, to listen to both sides, and then draw your own conclusions. I think that is what is my problem with a lot of persons, that they're so quick to run with something because they've heard it from somebody. And sometimes, you think that this is a trusted source, etc. But you had to be able to think for yourselves, all right? Think for yourselves and be confident in the things that you're saying. But if you had to speak, be able to back up what you're saying, right? That is more the thing. You have to be able to back up what you're saying. But yeah, we are going to have a lot more of these conversations.
Yep.
When the time approaches and even after the time has passed, because unfortunately this is, and it's not really, I'm not really happy with it. And I was thinking about it recently. I said, okay, we're going to be talking a lot about these things up to elections, and after elections is going to end, but it never ends in SVG. That is my problem.
No.
It never ends. All right. So
ring the bell, come out, ring the bell.
Yeah, but even ringing the bell, ringing the bell.
I need to find a song, man.
Why?
Just for remember, I can't remember how the song go. I want to hear the song. What?
It's 9:46. Let's head on out, because I don't know where you're going with this. This
why am I going? No, it's just the song with ring the bell.
Why you want the song?
I don't know, because election season.
You wanted to play on air? Why?
No, I never said to play on
you
air
just want
to refresh my memory. Yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah, because I
right.
can't remember the tune, and I can remember it's Ring the Bell, come on. I can't remember the tune. I can't remember who sing it. Yeah, but I know it have a song also, right? Right?
I don't know.
Anyways, it's 9:45 and it's time for community dateline. Well, it's after 9:45.
99.9 WEFM.